What is going on, guys? Welcome to my channel at Rick Kenovi Photography. In today's episode, I want to talk about how you can get a free model to shoot for your next portrait photo shoot. Now, if you guys are a portrait photographer, you already know how hard it is to arrange a photo shoot. Now, if you're just starting on photography, you know how hard it is to just get a model, right? So this is what the episode is for, is to get you a model for free consistently. Now, my first tip to get a model for free is to actually take a picture of someone you know personally. Now, this someone could be your family, your relatives, your coworkers, your acquaintances, friends, best friends, and or just anyone that you happen to know close enough for you to actually for them to actually willing to have you take their pictures. Now, in my example, I took a picture of my best friend's girlfriend on their anniversary like a couple months back. So I offered them, like, as a gift from me to you guys, why don't I just take your picture while you guys are having dinner together, and as you guys are romantically cruising around the city. And they agree on that, and I just happened to spot this one awesome place in LA. It's a parking structure, but is all lit with red LEDs, so it turned the whole building into a red building pretty much. So I had an idea of the girlfriend to pose leaning against the wall waiting for him. So I did that, and this is the picture for it. As you see, this picture is very red and sharp, interesting with the bokeh, and to the point where it's interesting enough or good enough for a model would want to consider to work with me. So this is the first example. Second example, I was having a vacation in Miami a few months ago, and I just randomly photographed my friends during their activity, and there was one friend that's really showing their outfit to the fullest. This one person, she was wearing a red, sort of crimson red sweater and with the black pants, and I thought this would be an interesting look in my portfolio. So I just kind of took her picture, and with the mountain in the background, and it turned it to become become a mixture of landscape and portraiture. So that was the second portfolio pictures that I got from this whole thing. And the following day after that, this same person was wearing a pink jacket which is very fashionable, and I also took a picture of her with that. So I also get a permission. Of course, I get a permission from them, from all these people that I photograph, to if I was allowed to showcase their picture in my portfolio, and they all agree for me to do that. So that was my couple of pictures to start my portfolio, right? So that leads me to second tips, which is posting a casting call. Now, a lot of people will tell you to go to Model Mayhem as a source for you to cast, to post a casting call. However, I don't find this website very resourceful, because I had a couple of casting calls on Model Mayhem, but I never had any luck with it. I always had some people trying to negotiate with me, doing a paid shoot, when I clearly put it's a TFP, time for print. And also there were some that offered to do a TFP but never actually proceed to do a photo shoot with me. So it wasn't an ideal place for me to scout model. Now, while I'm trying to figure out like how to do a casting call, I stumbled upon this app called Model Management. Now this is a huge app for me because the models that were here mostly are brand new models, and they were trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do, build their portfolio before they submit it to the agency. So I got a couple of models from here using the pictures that I took, from a couple of friends of mine. And next thing you know, I schedule photo shoot with a couple of them, and this is an example of the first one, and this was in Venice Beach. And second one, this was on Hollywood Boulevard actually. And the third one is downtown LA, and the fourth one was from, I think it's also Venice Beach. So these 4 models were all from this app right here. And it's really interesting how not a lot of people, or not a lot of photographer knows about this app. So this is a huge app for you to find a model. I really recommend that. But remember, you're not gonna get a good result unless you actually get a couple of pictures ready, from the people that you know personally, and then set that as a casting call on this app. So make sure you follow that step, the first step leading to the second step. The third tips is to join the photographer and model Facebook group. So this is huge for me because I didn't know that you can scout and collab with anybody, whether it's a makeup artist or a model, in this platform, because I thought this whole Facebook group thing is just to showcase your pictures that was already done. But that wasn't the thing for me. That actually I got like 1 model from here, and it was wonderful because Facebook has a feature called Messenger. So whoever that wants to collaborate with you can directly message you and call you on the day of the day of the shoot, without having to give out phone numbers and stuff like that. So it's really confidential and it's really professional. I never had anyone actually canceled on me, and if there was a cancellation, it would be prior to like 2 days before the shoot. So it was never the day of the shoot. So remember, people actually try to find the same thing as you do at the Facebook group. All right, now depending where you're where you live, I live in SoCal, so I joined several Facebook group because SoCal consisted of many counties, so OC, San Diego, LA, and all the counties within your area. So make sure you get to join all this Facebook group, and the more Facebook group you join, the more option you get scouting this model. As long as you have your pictures processed professionally, and as long as you have an Instagram where you post them, that's good enough portfolio for every model and makeup artist will want to consider working with you. All right, so those are my 3 tips, guys. I hope you guys love this information, and if you find this any value at all, and believe me, try it. If you have a better way of getting model for free, by all means you can drop that comment on the comment section below, and from this we learn new things. I am a brand new photographer, I'm still learning as well, so all the comments that will educate us in photography are welcome in this channel. So with that said, guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification for the next video. Thank you, guys. See you guys later.